Welcome to another Do Not Disturb dog walk. Old Quigley is well and truly ready to go, isn't he? Hey Quigs. Hey, you ready to go? That's my good boy. I still haven't located the long line. I suspect if I search the car I'll find one, because there's always been one in the car. But there was one for home here in the house bus. And it disappeared. So I suspect that's in the car now too. And I still haven't actually run that search. Just like all the other things that I've been putting off. I'm having a go at not taking this bag with me today. I don't need money. Or do I? Actually, I think I'll take it. Yep. Right, beware the hazard in the bottom of the stairs there, Quigley. Oh, I just heard the Bluetooth speaker switch itself off. That's good. And idle. And another thing, a security thing I like to do that I've forgotten to do. Shut that. Alright, let's go. Oh, we're back here again. I feel like we were here not that long ago, to be honest. Like just a few weeks ago, doing a recording, and now we're back again. Oh, we like it here. I like it here because it's in the sunshine. Oh, it's pretty windy. I may regret not wearing my jacket. And I'm not wearing a hat. I was sort of counting on the sun being warm enough to counteract the cool breeze. Now, this is my second walk with Quigley today. The first one was only a short one though. Like 20 minutes at most. And I took the other little doggy out for a little walkies too. And then I've been doing housework all for the past most recent hours. And housework in the bus life world is the regular chores that go with bus life. Like getting rid of the contents of the Portaloo storage unit. Get that out, ready for some more. And then there's the wastewater tank, which I cycle out every 7 days, at least. Sometimes I'll dump it more frequently than that, but at least once a week. That needs to happen. It just gets full, and it's like, I can't take anymore. And of course, all that water's got to come from somewhere, so there's the fresh water tank that needs filling up. I must confess, I have not done that. I'm going to wait till tomorrow after work, because there's still plenty of water in the fresh tank. I don't need to fill it all the way up. I feel like that's the only housework chore I didn't do today. What was the other one? Well, actually, there's some regular chores that I didn't do today, because I think I normally fuel up the diesel, but we actually just had a really warm week and didn't actually really need to burn much diesel. So I assume if I go to the fuel station, the minimal use of the heating at night, I think we might have only used it once since I put fuel in it last time. So It's not really going to be needing to be a weekly thing anymore. I'm sure we'll have some cold snap nights here and there, but it's over for all the cold nights. It's good. Quigley loves the heater. He sleeps right by it. Sometimes when it does its blast, it blasts a bit too much for him, and he goes, "Ooh, too hot." And he makes a grumpy noise. He's like, "Oh." Hey, Quigley. Well, I've been taking some days off doing recordings. I try to do it every day. And in recent times, I've been feeling mad at myself for not having the good health and energy to get out and do it. But the fact of the matter is, I think it's fairly well obvious that when I am healthy and well, I will get out and make recordings. So I've already done hundreds, almost. You can almost say hundreds plural. 100 and something we're up to, in the 130s. And I'm just going to keep going. And so that'll be the only reason to take time out, is when other things take priority. So I have no doubt I'm still not 100% recovered from the sick. But I have no doubt that I will bounce back and be energised again. But lately I've just been having to conserve my spoons. What a cool place. Yeah, I do think about it from time to time, how our many viewers are from all over the world, all sorts of different places. And when you watch this, I guess you guys must feel pretty, like this is pretty bloody marvellous to see. And I keep forgetting that. I sort of take it for granted because I live here and I live in this all the time. But yeah, I know you all appreciate this. Beautiful scenery. We're not that far from civilization, if you don't know. Yeah. Over that side, might be a bit hard to see on the video, but all those hills are just full of houses and stuff. There's a massive city over there. Massive by our standards. And then there's another city over there. Te Whanganui-a-Tara is the name of the harbour. Woohoo! I have to say that while it's regretful that I had to be ill in order to appreciate this, but I stayed home while I focused on getting healthy and well again. Well, while I was suffering the illness. And it made me really appreciate home. All those extra hours in the comfort of my home. And I was just, like at the time, was full of gratitude for having a home that I love spending time in. If you know what I mean. I'm glad for that. I'm so glad for that. Quigley's getting stuck to the beach. What are you going to find? Some people's rubbish. Another dog's poop. What's that noise? That's a funny noise. It sounded like little tiny explosions. I have seen these particular seaweeds on beaches in New Zealand where if you scrunch them, it does make popping sounds. I can't remember if that was a seaweed or a lake weed, but it had to have dried out on the beach first. Anyway, I just heard that kind of noise. I'll spot the difference between now and last time we were here. I can spot the difference. That table over there was over there. Closer to that park bench. Because it's mobile, it can move around, it can be placed on the beach. Look at that old car. Yeehaw. It's nice to see I'm not the only one driving a very old vehicle to the end of the road and back. Now, there's a new development on the road, on the drive here. I saw this double-decker bus that was parked up like a monument. They built a pad for it and put the bus on a platform type thing, so it blatantly looks like it can't be driven away, and that's the whole point. It's on display and it's parked. I need to have a closer look at it because I just saw it fleetingly. I wonder how they put it there. I was theorising that they put a crane, might have got a crane in there in the middle of the night and lifted it into place. Either that or they cleverly drove it into place somehow. But to me it looks like they've built a platform and put the bus on it, on the property, right next to the road, squished in between the road and their house, you know, maybe butted up against their veranda or something like that. So at the end of the day, the purpose of the bus is to be like an extension to the house that it's been attached to. Is that the right words? It's been added on to the house. It's like a house bus, double-decker. But the thing that excited me most about seeing that bus was that it's really old. Like it's from the 50s or something, or maybe even earlier. Like a really old London bus. And anyway, now that I'm ranting on about it, I guess I might have to go down the road and document it and somehow include this. I'll either include it in this episode somehow with some clever editing to show you what I'm talking about, or what are my other options? Well, try and follow up. I'm just thinking about if I miss the opportunity to go and make a recording there today, I'm going to have to plan that for another day. Anyway, when I get clever enough about linking videos and putting links in videos, I'll be able to say, here, click here, here's the video. But I'm pretty no frills, people. The more of my content you watch, the more you'll see that. Every now and again I have a little tinker with funny edits, and I like how that enhances the storytelling at times. If you wonder why I stopped talking, it's because I've been struggling with this feeling like I'm going to sneeze, but it's like on the verge of sneezing but not sneezing kind of feeling. Oh my goodness. I'd rather just have an ordinary sneeze than be teased. Well, every time I use this thing on the recordings, I have to warn you that I'm going to do it, so that you understand why I'm making funny noises. So it's a suction thing. I suck on this and get water out of my water bladder backpack. Oh yeah. Quickly found some more poop on the beach. Okay. Well, since we're talking about poop all of a sudden, that's one of my talking points on this channel. If I run out of things to say, I try to remember to say what the rules are for the dog walks. And the first one is, you guys get hours and hours and hours of our dog walking recordings, but you'll never see footage of my dog pooping, because that's his private business. There's been a couple of times where I've accidentally got it on camera and then had to edit that out. It's the only thing I really edit out. That, and sometimes I have my own private moments. Otherwise, I like to just roll camera and try not to make any cuts or edits. Now, I do pan the camera away when Quigley does a wee. Most of the time I try, and that's because I think that should be his private business too. However, every now and again I completely fail, and I can't be bothered editing the videos to take those moments out, so I just don't. Sometimes you'll see my dog pee on things, which is quite funny, because sometimes you'll see him try to pee on things, but he keeps trying even when he's run out of pee. It's going through the motions. Oh. This is good exercise, walking on this terrain. Extra challenging. Yep, and the other slogan on the channel is, guidelines for myself more than anything. But I like to remind all you viewers, I've got the slogan, never mind the 6 o'clock news, because I tell you what, I've got opinions and I get pissed off about things that happen on planet Earth. And humans being idiots, but I just decided that when I make these recordings, it's all about cruising, enjoying the world around us and talking about that, and so for the sake of having good mental health. Also, I don't need to turn this into a platform where I try to say stuff about stuff. I'm relatively careless, cool and aloof. But also that's about me keeping this authentic and chill and positive vibes and good mental health and all of that. So you won't get none of that 6 o'clock news brainwashing on my channel. If you want to watch the news, watch the news. Yeah. I guess in some ways it's a bit of a vague reference to how I don't really share much about us personally. If you know what I mean, not too many private details from our life coming through on the recordings. I'm not telling you all about myself or any of my family members. We've got our own private life. And so, it's not really about making a reveal all about all. I think about it sometimes, what would it be like to record all these different aspects of my life that I enjoy doing and I'm good at. What if I could just film what I'm doing all the time, 24 hours a day? And would I if I could? I wouldn't. But I do enjoy the whole concept of it. So that's why I've boiled it down to just recording the times that I go out walking my dog. And that's easy, because we already do it anyway. We'd be doing this anyway, so it's so easy to stay motivated about pulling on the camera and hitting record. So yeah, you watch our channel, there'll be no bad news. Everything's kind of light and fluffy and beautiful. It does make me think though that I wonder if people think our life is cruisy and easy because, well, I guess it's all on the spectrum of perception, and I really do have a good life. However, We have had some challenges over the years. We work hard to keep the dream alive. And now it's really just got to the point where I wish for this YouTube channel to pay me at least as much as I get from slaving my ass off at a full-time job, 40 hours a week, and extra jobs on top of that from time to time. So I think, well, you know, that even achieving that's not going to be very easy, unless suddenly we start getting millions of views. Yeah, so we discovered last time that we were here that there's a dog ban along the coastline there. If we keep walking this direction, we'll eventually get to a sign that says "No dogs," or whatever it says. And it's seasonal. They do let you walk dogs over there at certain times of the year. And then, of course, at certain times of the year, dogs are not allowed, so that we can, as a community, make that area a sanctuary for wildlife, vulnerable wildlife, little baby birds in their nests and things like that. I just remembered I was looking at the little girl's picnic over there. Oh, it looks like a little girl's picnic. And for some reason, looking at that made me think of cookies. I was like, ooh, cookies. Do we have any cookies at home? And I was like, oh no, actually, I really don't know if there are any cookies at home. But then I remembered that I have got cake. So that's almost as good. And it was a very nice cake. It's actually better than cookies. Oh, there's a person in that car. Yeah, I guess I could talk about some of the reasons I call them do not disturb dog walks. The first obvious reason is that I make a big thing about the beginning of every episode, showing on the watch, pushing the do not disturb button. What I think is important about that is that the recordings won't get interrupted, or there won't be any notifications to make the phone vibrate or make funny noises or anything like that. So it shuts all of that out. No comms. I'm going offline for an hour. So I like that. don't disturb me vibe. And then I guess it sort of evolves into, in my head, it evolves into a respect thing when I have encounters with other people. So that's what you'll see a lot of in our recordings, is a lot of different encounters with other people. And I'm recording, so my policy is if you approach me, then you're getting recorded, And then there's other times where I look at people, and I hate to say that I prejudge, but I look at people and I think, do they look like the kind of people that would be happy, that don't mind being recorded, or do they look like the kind of people that would mind? And of course I couldn't possibly tell. I could get it wrong either way. But I find myself feeling like I have to respect people's privacy, dodge people, by dodging people I mean deliberately walk a certain way so that we don't have a close encounter. And then there's all the dog politics of other people walking their dogs. Oh yeah, here we go. So we've got, what day is it? The 10th. 20 days to go. So if we come back in 20 days, we can go for a walk over there. But, total dog ban is what the sign says. I'm going to read the sign for you. Please cooperate in keeping your dog out of this area for this period. Dogs found running loose in this area will be impounded and enforcement action taken. By order, landowner and the Hutt City Council. Oh, good. It's nice to be duly notified. It's also like saying, don't come in here and steal my sheep. It's another way you could translate the purpose of that sign. You get too many people coming in here and stealing my sheep. Oh. Oh. Beautiful. Yeah, we do like these beaches, Quigley? We keep making recordings at beaches more than anything else. Beaches and bushwalks. There are the odd episode, if you're lucky enough to have a scroll and try and figure out which ones they are. There is the odd episode where we go to some outrageous places, considering our norm is beaches and bushwalks. Every now and again we've done some recordings in interesting places full of people. Full of people is what makes it outrageous to me. Events or crowded places. One time we even got on a ferry and went across the harbour here and went for a walk in the city. Quigley's being real energetic now, I think that it's been a great time. Yeah. I feel like he's going, oh yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, I like this. You can probably smell the fisherman's bait. He'd love it if I take him all the way right there so he could chow down on whatever it is that smells like edibles. I'll give this guy a wide berth. See what I mean by a little girl's picnic? There's a pink backpack there, that's what would have made me think that. Yeah, Quigley, let's go back to the water. Yoo! He's trying to get me to turn around and go back to the fisherman. The fisherman must have some smelly food items in his chili bin. Maybe he's caught a fish or two. I mean, that's everyone's dream, right? They're standing on a beach with a fishing rod. I've been thinking about taking up fishing. I haven't eaten fish in a very long time, but my main reasoning is because I believe that if I catch a fish, I'm allowed to eat it. There's nothing wrong with going hunting or fishing. But in saying that, I say that I'm allowed to do that, but I still don't do it. And the next best thing for me is if my family did the hunting or the fishing or the farming. So, yeah, there's been some special occasions. The last time I ate animal was venison in a stew. That one of my cousins must have hunted. He's a hunter. And, he gave his mum a whole bunch of it. So she has a freezer full of it. And she made us some stew when I saw them last. That was nice. To me, that's acceptable. I don't go and buy animal products in the supermarkets. I just don't support it. Don't support the corporate monster. What did you find? Oh, that's a power with a power in it. Ah! Right, so they do just wash up? Those seaweeds there had rocks attached to them. So the seaweed doesn't really discriminate. It'll attach itself to whatever it needs to. And that one that we found with the power attached to it, it's just a lucky case of that seaweed attached itself to a power. Interesting. And a power is pretty much a rock, but it moves. And the power shell, it hides under its shell and moves around on the seafloor like a snail, very slowly. What have you found? All right. Well, historically speaking, today being the 10th of October, and I guess it's the 9th of October, or whatever time it is, in Florida, there's a disaster happening right now. And I'm in awe of that, because we get this beautiful weather, and it's, I'm grateful for that, for sure, considering the pain and suffering a lot of people are going through right now. Anyway, that's as much as I'm going to talk about the 6 o'clock news today. Wow. I guess I could say that it was my birthday just recently. I turned 41 years of age. It was a bit of a non-event because I had been unwell, and so it's like, oh no, don't throw me a party. But that's why I've got cake, because I've still got half a birthday cake. I got a birthday cake made for me, which is nice. I appreciate that. It reminds me that this time last year we went on a really big road trip for my birthday, because I turned 40 last year, and it was worth taking a week off work and spending 9 days on the roam. And visited my family up north, had a big party. Not really. A big party for us though. Good. And this year, come on Quigley. I just realised we should have probably cut a track inland earlier. There's our house right there, but I sort of turned and walked straight towards it thinking, oh that's right, oh yeah, we can walk through here. Okay, good. Home sweet home. Call that the end of this recording, I think. I haven't kept any eye on how much time it's been, but it feels like long enough. Oh. I've still got to walk another dog. Yeah. And I just remembered the mental note to try and get some footage of that bus that I was telling you about. Now that I think about it, I did get some footage of this. Turi turi tatai. Let's see if I can double check that it is in the memory banks. We do have a recording. Let's play it back. Oh. Right, so there it is. There's the bus that I saw. No, it's not actually as high up as I imagined it to be. Okay, cool. Can we drive on and off of there? Wow! Okay, cool. I'm going to get more footage of this on the way back past, and probably maybe edit that into this. Right. Well, I turned down around to the normal dash cam and put it there. It might fall down from there. It's not very stable. And this one, I've got that rolling with a slight angle this direction. Yeah. So that we might get some good footage of the old bus that we're going to go see. That we're going to see on our travels. Yeah. I've just got to do this little bit of load security. Good. Safe. go. I don't know what happened, and I looked down, I thought I was recording and I wasn't, so starting again. I'm going very slow in speed 3. Truth be told, I pretty much go as slow as I can get away with. When I can, when I'm not holding anyone up. Forgot there was a task on my to-do list. I had it on my mind about half an hour ago. Clean the window because it's covered in nose juice from my dogs when they climb up in the front window and stick their nose on it. Actually, only one of the dogs is big enough to go that high up the windscreen, and my little dog might have done the little bits down there, but then I could also blame the big dog for that. Anyway, cleaning the windows for me feels like a weekly chore, but I don't know if I actually remember to do it every week. Every weekend I should, before I go driving for the weekend. I've got that camera angled not really at the road. Still see all of the road really, but it's angled to look at that side because that's where we're going to see something that I want to get a recording of. Gas pedal, gas pedal. Many years ago, when I first started even needing to drive out this way, I was so amazed at this place that I made a dash cam recording all those years ago, just to show how cool it is. I thought it was quite exciting driving right next to the seaside. Anyway, we're not quite there yet. Get through the rest of this inland township. Anyway, that time I remember when I actually wanted to get more of the seaside in the video last time. That time many years ago, I mean. So I actually angled the camera going that way to look towards the sea. Exhaust brake, speed 4. Speed 3. Speed 4. Speed 5. There's only one more, the overdrive. Sometimes I go there when we're doing 50. Exhaust brake, let's get it slowed down a bit. Oncoming traffic hazards. Speed 4. Exhaust brake. No more hazards. Let's get on through this little roundabout thing. Gas pedal. Speed 5, I forgot to announce that when I shifted. A bit more gas pedal. Speedometer says 40. I truly think the speed limit here should be 40 or 30, but it's not, it's 50. Exhaust brake. Speed limit's 30. Look at that ugly nose boops on the windshield. Coasting. 30 on the speedo. Speed limit 30. All this construction work for the new cycleway. I love it. This bus is like kind of a cruise controller in a way. Well, I don't have to have my foot on the gas. It just sort of, it just goes. There's the bus. There it is. That's what I've been looking forward to filming. The double-decker bus. They made a platform for it, a flat land for it. Very cool. Maybe it's going to be an Airbnb where the worst thing about it will be sleeping right next to the road. Exhaust brake, we're going a bit hot. Need to slow it down. Alright, I'm going to go brake pedal. Off brakes. Oh. Gas pedal. But anyway, I'm going to get off the record, have a bit of a drink, and let the little doggy out. Hey, he'd like to go for a walkies, wouldn't he? Yeah. almost 2 kilometres and 3,500 steps. Good. Oh, well, we'll call it a day at that. Thanks for joining us. And obviously, if you look at our channel, there's way more hours of recordings for you to watch. So see you on the next one.